Hello everybody! In this video I am going to be explaining and demonstrating number 36 in our Essential Elements Book 2, Essential Elements Quiz, Jesse James. Now this is an awesome song. You may have heard it before. It's an American folk song. I'm just going to play it once. I want you to listen to it before I explain. So please listen and just watch the notes go by in your own book. While you're listening, I'd like you to notice to kind of think about where there's skips, look where the fourth fingers are, take note of the slurs, and I also want you to think about which beat of each measure those eighth note rests are on. Now in Jesse James, I am starting with, we say, pickup notes. Those two eighth notes come before the first full measure, and we actually take that beat away from the last measure of the song. So if you look at the last measure, you're going to see there's a 2-beat half note, and then a 1-beat quarter note, and then the fourth beat is missing. And that is because it has been brought up to the front of the piece to allow us to kind of lead into feeling that first measure, we say, for a downbeat. So, Jesse James, starting on a first finger A. So maybe you've heard that tune before. Maybe you haven't. So first thing I'd like you to do is grab your pencil. At the end of this song, there is some slurs that we want to watch out for. So if you look, the last measure is just a D. That's going to be a down bow. So if you want to draw a down bow over that, you can. But if you bump yourself up one measure from the end, sometimes it's helpful when we have slurs just to write the bow symbols above it. So it would be helpful maybe in that last measure to grab your pencil and over the first beat F sharp, pardon the bottom of my board here, but write a down bow, and then over the G F slur, write an up bow, and then over the E, write a down bow. And then over the F-E slur, maybe do an up bow, okay? And actually, there's a set of notes in a slur right before that F sharp that I just mentioned to put a down bow on. It would be a great idea to put an up bow. It's an A-D right there. It'll help in case you get backwards in the music. Okay, so mark your music, get those slurs with the symbols written in to help you when you practice. And now, let's go ahead and just pick up on a couple other things through here. Where the eighth note rests. Look at the first measure. We got two Fs on beat 1. We have an F and an E on beat 2. We have a D on beat 3. And then on beat 4, we have a rest. So we now know that that eighth note rest in that first full measure is on beat 4. In the second full measure, it is also on beat 4. And if we look down to the second line, you're going to see that it has a lot of the same melody as the first line, and it has the same rest on beat 4. So we want to really feel that. Okay, so things to watch out for in this song. Our opening gesture, we're going to use an open D. Okay, so A, D, F. I have a viola right here, in case you're wondering why my violin looks so big. So make sure you use an open D at the beginning. A, D, F, 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 E, D, rest. A, B, B, fourth finger D. Make sure you do it. Circle it if you're going to forget. D, B, A, rest. And now, the next D is going to be open as well. So unless you have a fourth finger marked, I wanted to demonstrate you're going to use open Ds in here, okay? Fourth finger A is always. Okay, and let's go ahead and try it. I would recommend plucking this first when you practice. So make sure that you don't just assume you can play this with me with the video. That'd be great if you can. Like, kudos to you if you can. But definitely first step with rhythm, new rhythm in songs would maybe to do some plucking, practice slower, and then speed it up, okay? So let's go ahead and play. Maybe I'll go a little bit more moderato. It's marked moderato, which means medium speed. And it's also marked MF at the beginning, or mezzo forte. So we want to be like medium loud right at the beginning here. Find your first finger A, nice and curvy on your G string. And let's go like ba, 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 ba. 1, 2, go. Okay, so now we're going to do a slightly faster version, because that was more of a, I'd say an andante, slow walking speed. Ba, 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 ba. Ready? I'm going to count 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Rest. And that is Jessie James. It's actually one of my favorite songs in the beginning of this book, so I hope you have fun when you're practicing it. Show me what it sounds like when you finish.